Hey guys, and welcome back to the fourth episode of Jazzy Pod. I'm Jazzy, Jazzy K, Jasmine, or whatever you want to call me, and
Savannah.
this is my best friend.
Wait, this is so awkward.
Okay, so just just to start off today's podcast, I feel like I feel like I should announce something. I got my first hater on TikTok. He said that I should quit the podcast and that he just finds it super offense and cap.
It is really offensive in my opinion.
Yeah, it's super. So Gravel Lizard Slayer 69. I think I probably have it in here actually. Let me find it. Oh yeah, right here. So Gravel Lizard Slayer 69. Shout out to you. Everybody go give him a little follow on Tickety Talk. We love him so much. He commented and said, "Please take down your pod, Gorlock. I find it quite offense and cap. I know your big ass ain't get no pipe." First of all, you know, I don't know if I've ever said anything offense on the podcast, and like again, if I have, you can just not watch it. Like, just saying. Never ever either have I ever said on the pod that I get pipe. Pipe. Also, like, thanks for calling me Gorlock. Like,
it's a new one actually.
It's a new one. Like, I really like that one. Keep it up.
I might use that actually.
Perfect. I'd be so stoked. So yeah, everybody go, like, shout out to Gravel Lizard Slayer 69. Everybody go give him a little follow. Sure, he'd love that. I don't know. Go give them a follow. Keep it up, man. We love you. All right, so let's jump right into the questions. I'll start. So, how big of an argument would you have to get in with me before we had to break our friendship off?
I'd have to say pretty big.
Yeah. Like, what's like
major?
What's an example, do you think? Like, if you could think of one thing that like one of us could do, or like something, because like I'm talking like you to me. So what's something that like I would have to do?
You start like being mean to my mom.
Okay, that's valid. Yeah, that's pretty disrespectful. I feel like, yeah, it would have to be pretty major for you as well. Like, I feel like there's definitely been some things that we've been through, and we've both kind of just like been like, you know what, it is what it is, whatever. But like, I don't know. I'd have to say that have to be pretty major as well. Sorry, my dog is just a little interested. Anyways, go ahead. Your question. Yep.
It's something about. Oh no! What's your favorite? I just pressed the button.
You're fine.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
I'm gonna say Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Like, I specifically,
like the cartoon ones.
Yeah, specifically Mystery Incorporated. Like, why are you holding it like that? Sorry, I think. And like they can't hear you from down there. Yeah, no, Mystery Incorporated, Scooby Doo. I fuck up that show on so many levels. Love that show. What about you?
I like BoJack.
Mm, that's a good one. Okay. What would you absolutely not do for a first date?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, say he's like, for example, like, I'll say mine first. Like, personally, like, this is something I wouldn't not do, but I prefer not to go to the movies on a first date. Cause, like, you're not getting anything out of it. Like, yeah, you can sit at a movie. Like, if we go for supper, then a movie, okay, but just to be like, let's go on a movie as a date, like, okay, maybe like down the road, but as a first date, no, because I'm not getting to know you at all. I'm not talking to you, getting to know you, seeing who you are as a person. We're just sitting there watching a screen. But like, I don't know what I would absolutely not do for a first date. Like, it would have to be like skydiving. Like I could not
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
I'm not risking my life on a first date.
Like for or like go to the gym. Like first date,
Yeah,
I'm not going to the
or
gym with
like
you.
swimming or anything. Mm-mm.
No,
If I'm not fully clothed,
yeah, we're not going on the date. What about you? Is that it?
yeah, like swimming, I think.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good answer.
Okay. Okay, you can ask your next question.
Um, if you could have a superpower for the day, what would it be and how would you use it?
Teleportation or like mind reading. But if I had mind reading for a day, like I'd have to mm, no, if I only had it for a day, I'd say mind reading and I would literally try and go find like as many people as I can just to like read their minds or like see what they think about me, like go and see all my friends or like go and see people from my high school and stuff like that just to see what's actually running through their mind about me or something like that. Cuz if I only had it for the day, then I wouldn't care, but if I had it for a long period of time or the rest of my life, I wouldn't think I'd want it because I'd want if I did, I'd have to like switch it on and off. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want it to be like I look at you and all I can read is your mind. Like I definitely want to like have the option to read it or not
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise it would just like distract you. You know what I mean? It would never
Too
be
much.
yeah, it'd be way too much. But if I had like long term like superpower, teleportation for sure. She would be so easy.
Agreed.
Like I could just fucking go to the UK for a day if I wanted to. And like I wouldn't have to go through the
Like PSA and
like
shit.
I wouldn't have to go through flying on a plane to get there and shit. It would be like a split second I'm there and then I can come home and sleep in my own bed that night and like go back the next day if I wanted to because it's just so easy. Do you think that eventually that's going to
Yeah.
exist? You
Oh,
do?
for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Gonna do everything.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like I don't know if the this is like kind of I don't know, like I don't know if human nature and like mother nature is going to be able to like combine with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that just seems unrealistic.
So
But
is AI. You know, like they never thought that.
true. But AI is more yeah, but AI is like internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like through the web. But teleportation, like I don't know. And like where do you go in between one place to the other? You know what I mean? You'd have to figure out
Yeah. How you getting there?
yeah. And where's that space in between? Like are you in a multiverse? Are you in the universe? Are you in space? Like
Yeah.
how, like you know what I mean? I don't know. That's a really weird question. Okay, what was the worst part of high school to you?
Just the same shit every fucking day. Like, like just like the hours, the classes, people. I don't know. It's just I don't like it being like the exact same. Because now it's like different every day, different classes, different times, different people. I'm not stuck in the school for like 6 hours. Like I'm there for like an hour and then I leave. You know,
Do you smell that?
not in the sleep.
I think Felix literally No. Okay. Um I think the worst part of high school for me was the the drama, to be honest. Like, you see the same people every day, and you're in a high school, especially where we grew up. It's like you're in a high school with everybody from the same city, and everybody knows each other, and everybody knows each other's business, and everybody makes it a point to know everybody else's business, and the smallest thing that you do can be turned into this huge thing, and everybody thinks that they have a say in it and they should talk about it, and I just don't understand it. Like, I don't understand, even with like the hate comment, I'm like, I literally don't understand like why you have to take time out of your day to be in somebody else's business, or care so much when it has absolutely no relevancy to you. Like with the hate comment especially, I'm like, why do you have to take, first of all, this isn't the first comment I've gotten from this particular person, and I'm like, what, why do you think you have to take time out of your day, or what even goes through your mind to say to yourself, I'm going to take time out of my day to go hate on this person? I just don't, it doesn't actually register through my brain why. Like, can't you find anything better to do with your life? Like, I don't know. I just think it's so pointless. And that was like the biggest thing in high school was like the stuff you wore and the way you presented yourself. It mattered so much because you were always walking on eggshells wondering if people were judging you and if people were talking behind your back. And then you go off to university, or you go off to, you graduate and you go somewhere else, you move, you do whatever, and you realize like really quickly that nobody cares. Like, nobody cares, and the people that do care, like, are immature and need to go like actually get a life, because like I go to a university where there's thousands of people, and it's like, okay, well, like, you're not going to really, you're not going to see the same person walking down the same path twice, really. And if you do, you don't remember them. And that's how it works. It's never, it's not, yeah, it's so, like, you're so unimportant once you get to a higher level of school and stuff like that, or into a city where you're not necessarily from. And it just doesn't matter. I just don't understand why people think that it matters so much. You know what I mean? Like, when people actually care about what you're doing in your life, when they have no relevancy in your life, or even if they do, like, just for example, say that you cared so much what I was doing with my life, you would have to have something going on in your head, or some type of jealousy or insecurity for you to care.
That much?
Like,
That's
that much,
crazy.
to the point where it's like you constantly are having to point out my flaws or stuff that I'm doing, or just worrying about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. Like, I just seriously think that people need to go get a life when they do that. Honestly. Like, go figure yourself out. I don't
Well,
have
and
time for it.
gravel lizard specifically has to Google or search.
Yeah, like, they either have to have me on some type of other social media platform in order for them to know that my podcast even exists, because I haven't posted anything about my podcast on TikTok yet. Like, in my bio, on, like, in my description under each podcast video, I have my socials underneath, but I don't have my podcast link in my bio on TikTok, nor have I ever posted about it on anything on TikTok. So, in order for that person to know that I have a podcast, they'd either have to have me on Snapchat or follow me on Instagram. So, or they like have to be looking up my socials, with, even if they don't follow me, and see that I've said like, go watch my podcast, go watch my podcast. So I'm just really curious as to who it is. I don't actually care, and I don't care what they're saying, because it's funny to me, and it's actually like pathetic. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think that yeah, it's definitely it's just funny to me. Like the fact that you take time out of your day to like actually spread hate and care so much about what I do in my life and that's how you get your entertainment. Like go get a life, please. Like go find a new hobby. Like I don't know. It's just funny.
What's the most memorable meal you've ever had and what made it special? Yeah.
I think um I don't have any idea. The most memorable meal. Oh, you know what it is? My I don't know who it is in my family. I think it's my one of my aunties. She makes potato salad, but she bakes the potatoes first and then makes the potato salad. And I don't know what she does. It's not like your classic potato salad where it's like got that like tangy kind of taste. Do you know what I
The
mean?
only time I ever had potato salad was when I was at the lake with you. And I gagged after every bite. I really don't like potato salad.
Yeah, see, and that's a different potato salad than my auntie makes. And like I don't like my mom's potato salad either. It's too tangy and I like cuz potato salad is mainly like Miracle Whip, like mayo. And yeah, I don't really like it either. But this one time my auntie makes is absolutely unreal. I had it last year. So good. Like I could eat that on a daily. Like it sounds gross because of your first impression of potato salad. It sounds nasty, but it's so good. Like you would enjoy it. What about you?
Mm. I made my first Christmas dinner this Christmas. Cool. Did it myself. Made the turkey.
Cool. My stuffing.
Yeah.
Stuffing. What's your like favorite dish?
Cranberry sauce.
That's your favorite? See, that's my like least favorite. I'm not a cranberry
And
sauce
I need it to
gal.
be the jello stuff.
Mm, yeah, no. I'm not like a cranberry person, period.
I love me some cranberry.
Yeah, I'm not a cranberry person. Okay. What's the best memory you have of high school?
Madame Darla Bailey Talbot, my favorite person in this entire world. That's it. She's my favorite memory. Like I love her so much.
Aw, so cute.
No, like I literally love
No,
her so
no, I
much.
know. You want to tell them why? No,
She's
probably
just so
not.
sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so valid. Mine is like I think my best memory from high school in general, it's like widespread and over a few years, like the whole thing was moving from my old town to this one and like being more or less way more accepted, you know what I mean? And actually making friends that were there for me and that I still have to this day and um like going into drama and being so accepted and realizing that I don't need to be the best at like a sport or I don't have to be the best at hockey in order to fit in and I don't have to like change myself into a certain way in order to be accepted by people and like realizing that just because I'm not accepted by everyone doesn't mean that doesn't really actually matter. So, sorry, my dog's snorting over here. Okay.
Share a funny or embarrassing childhood memory that still makes
Okay. So, um, I can't remember exactly what we were doing, but this was in my old town. Um, I let me just think about what I'm gonna say here. Oh yeah, okay. So I don't know exactly what we were doing, but we had our desks all sitting in a circle, and I was sitting beside this one guy, and like grew up in a small town, so um, we all obviously knew each other. Whatever, we're all friends, if that's what you want to call it. Um, and I'm sitting beside this one guy, and I must have dropped my pencil or something on the ground, and he's sitting beside me. He's sitting beside me, and I lean down to go get it. And I let one fucking rip. And I'm talking like I thought I shit myself. That's how fucking loud that this like fart was. Like I literally let it rip. Like and then he went if you're watching this I just laugh about this every day. Not actually every day, but every time I think about it I literally piss myself laughing. And he went, whoa. It was at the moment it was
Like
so
mortifying.
like it was so embarrassing. And I just sat there, and like everyone started laughing because obviously everyone heard it. And the worst part is that kid that was sitting beside me, his mom was the teacher. So she had said, "Okay, guys, like
Everybody farts.
like everybody, it's natural. Like, everybody let it go." And I'm like sitting there just like so effing embarrassed. And the problem was is like I already wasn't like accepted there. So doing something like this like was double the trouble basically, because I it was just another thing added to the list of things that they could like say and like make fun of me for. Like, oh, it was so shitty. Okay. What's the best Oh, I never asked
Um,
you.
I don't know. I feel like there's a few. Um, that's
Any day now. Any day. Do 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 do.
like I really got nothing that still makes me laugh.
Well, like, okay, say it doesn't make you laugh, but it happened. Then would you have something come to mind?
I guess when I was like 5 or 6, I had like a bed. My dad made me a bed that was like just like up on the roof. So he made like a ladder that climbed up to it. And when I was a kid, I thought like maybe I could fly or something. And I literally jumped off that motherfucking ladder. And then I went to catch myself because I thought I could do that and broke my arm behind my back.
Oh my god, that's actually so funny.
That took a while.
How is that not funny to you?
Well, it just like didn't click till I was
like that's actually hilarious, because I just picture you as like a little girl climbing up on that. Like it's never like you actually doing it that's funny. It's you actually remembering the fact that you did it and what happened. Like I could picture you climbing up on that motherfucking ladder and like being like, I got this.
oh no, for sure. I was like giving like myself a pep talk, like breathing in,
Yeah,
deep,
like, I got this. I got this. Goes flying, and you're like, wait, this like you're midair, and you're like, wait,
this isn't working.
This isn't gonna happen today. This isn't gonna happen today. Okay, we'll move on.
Oh, and then with the cast, I whipped my daycare lady and broke her nose.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's not funny. Well, it is kind of funny,
A
but
little.
That's so shitty for her. How old were you? Like 5 or
Like
6?
5 or 6.
Okay. I think the only other embarrassing thing I'd have to say is like when you like wet your pants. Like, did you ever wet your pants in
Oh,
school?
in the 4th grade.
Yeah.
We were playing hide and seek, and it always gets me when I play hide and seek. And I couldn't give up my spot, and I
Yeah.
ended up pissing my pants.
I remember mine was more of like the instance where it was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And she was like, nope, no, you can't go. And I literally was like, I hate teachers that say that. If you have a teacher and they ever tell you that you can't go to the bathroom,
Go.
you're just go.
Like, what are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do? Get like
They're gonna get in
go,
trouble.
yeah, like what are they gonna do? Suspend you for not like
Take you out of the toilet?
like and if then they still won't let you go, pee your pants.
Do it.
Do it.
Right then and there.
Right then and there. And then they can't blame you because they didn't let you go pee. But yeah, I remember it was one of those instances. I think I was in grade 1 because I remember the teacher and I asked her to go to the bathroom, and there was either kids ahead of me that had to go to the bathroom before me, or she just didn't want me to go. And I was like, no, like I have to go to the bathroom. And she was like, nope, like you can't go. And I literally like peed myself on the chair. And I remember like I remember I don't even know how I got out of it. Like I don't remember that part. I just remember sitting there like in my own pee, and I just sat there.
I made my friend go tell my teacher, and my teacher called my mom. And mom brought me white jeans. I was like, make it any more noticeable that I have to switch pants right now. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't even remember what happened. Like I don't remember how I got the teacher's attention. I don't remember exactly what happened. But again, it was just one of those things that like kids then again had excuses to like make fun of me for something. And I was like, shit. Okay. What's the best inside joke that we have?
Please!
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 Okay, for all of you guys that I guess it's not gonna be necessarily an inside joke anymore, but I think we need to tell the story.
Shh! Quiet on set!
I think that we need to tell a story in order for this to make sense. Oh, he's gonna shake. So if you're watching this, I'm so sorry for outing you like this. We'll use Chad as the name.
Yeah.
So let's just say me and this guy named Chad we're like friends, not well friends, yeah, I don't know. We were like a thing like over a year ago. And then he basically 2 weeks later said to me, I don't want to date you because like I just want to like sleep around basically. And I was like, okay, bye. And then we didn't really we went through a phase where we like hated each other for like literally a year. And then I remember in my head being like, you know what, like I don't really care anymore. And then we somehow ended up getting each other back on Snapchat, and we would constantly talk about maybe like talking again, blah 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 blah. And then one night, New Year's, I have some people over, and we're all like ingesting substances and
in the liquid form.
In the liquid form. And we were well off, and it's at this point I wasn't really well off. I was pretty much sober, but she was well off, and she was staying at my house. She was the only one staying at my house.
Slept right here.
She's literally slept right here, and I'm like in my bedroom, and he's at a party outside of town, and he calls me, and he's like, let me come over. And me being me was like, do it.
Yeah, like half there. Like, just do it.
Like, just do it. Like, I dare you. Not thinking that he actually would. And I don't know why. Me and her have a bad tendency of being like, yeah, do it. And then they actually come. And then we're like, wait.
Who told you to do that?
Who told you to do that? Because we don't actually want them to come over. And then he knocks on my door and she's like passed out. And I'm in my room and we just ghost him. Like we don't answer the first time. He texts me and he's like, why didn't you answer the door? And I was like, I didn't hear a knock on the door. And then he goes to McDonald's. He texts me again. He's like, okay, I'm gonna come back. Like I'm just getting food. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you better answer the door. And I was like, no, like I will. Like I will. And then he comes, knocks on the door again. We ghost him again. And then I'm like, no, like I can't hear your knock. Like, knock louder. He finally knocks on the door. He knocks on the door a third time. And I was like, Silvano, like, go answer the door. Go answer the door. And just pretend like I'm sleeping. And keep in mind, like, she's very well off. And she opens the door. And she's like,
Hey,
go home. And keep in mind, he has like a very large bag, like
just the large
the large fry in his hand, and he's like, I just need to talk to Jasmine, and she's like, no, like she's sleeping, like go home, she's sleeping, and he's like, please, please, please let me fuck you, like he's
just like basically on his hands and knees.
like basically begging without the knee part. And I'm like, what? And I'm sitting in my room, like, listening to all of this happen. And, I'm like, if you were a man and you ever do that to a woman, don't. And then he left because she got him to leave. And I call him and I'm like,
hello?
Hello? I was sleeping. And then he ended up blocking me, but that was like the whole point because I was so like we had gone through so many instances at this point where he had basically said that he like wanted to try something out with me and then it would never happen. And he just kept like pushing me off and I was just like, well, you know what? Like
Here we go.
Here we go. This is perfect setup. Okay.
If you could swap lives with any fictional character for a week.
I'm gonna like does like sitcom characters like count? Like they're fictional, but okay. Okay, I'm gonna say Tori. Tori Vega from Victorious. Like I think that would be just so fun, like to go to a school like that. That'd be so fun. How about you?
Be Rachel Green.
That's fair. Or it would have to be like Jason Statham in any of his movies. Like I understand that he's a dude, but
to be a boy,
to be a man, would be so fun. Okay, so that's all your questions?
Yeah,
that was all my questions. Okay, so the next segment we're doing is called it's basically craziest ways you found out you got cheated on, or just like ways you found out you got cheated on. So I have some ones in here that I'm gonna read. And then we'll react to them after. Okay, so first one. My ex-husband. I moved out of state with him because he was in the army. He was on some training for a week, so I went home for a few weeks as I was pregnant and wanted to be with my mom. Returned to find he was not staying at our place. The poor ferret's cage was disgusting. All my stuff was thrown into the closet. His wedding ring on the bathroom counter. Called to let him know I was home, but we had an argument prior to me leaving, so he blamed the argument as to why he was not home. Came to our apartment, took the ferret. I guess he sold her or something without telling me. Left. Said he was going to a concert with a friend who was down as their friend had just died. I found the spare phone. This was back when phone batteries didn't last long. Turned it on to see sexual text between him and some dude. The guy talking about our apartment and our ferret. Figured it was a chick, but disguised the name. Called the number. A dude answered. Hung up as I felt sick to my stomach. Called again and asked for my ex. I told him I was his wife. Dude cussed me out and hung up on me. I moved back home for a week, so or so later after I got my records from the hospital. They wanted me to stay and for the three of us to raise my baby. The affair guy would call and harass me all the time, especially after I had my son. Nightmare. Oh, the cherry on top fucker left me with a bunch of credit card debt and drained my bank account, all the savings I had for my baby, then accused me of cheating and our son not being his.
Oh.
And this is some guy in the army? No. Yeah.
Well, apparently army men are all really bad.
I mean, fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know, but damn. Like, just sold your ferret, packed everything up, and
Yeah,
just like
your ferret.
Like your ferret, all your stuff, and was like, and then a dude.
Yeah.
That would be the kicker. Like, I could never be confronted. I know that it wouldn't make any difference. Like, I wouldn't care that my significant other is like interested in the other sex or whatever.
I mean, it would hurt a little.
But it would.
Like, you don't like me that much, you gotta switch?
Yeah, that would be the only thing that would get to me. I'd be like, what did I do?
I turned you off that much?
Like, what did I do to make you switch to the other gender? Like, I don't know. That would just be so shit. And then for the other guy to harass you after, like, you caught him cheating?
Get a grip.
Get a grip. Okay. I checked his Apple Watch after hearing a ding and saw something along the lines of a building number, price, and the acronym GFE. Looked it up, found nothing until I saw Urban Dictionary's definition for it. It was prostitution. He was cheating on me with a 56-year-old woman and paying her for the girlfriend experience of sex. No protection. We were in our 20s. I hightailed it out of there. His dad cried, and when I left, said how sorry he was for how his son treated me over the years. That's so crazy. Shitty. Yeah, that's so shitty. Next one. The other girl was wearing my clothes in front of me. And then she edited it after and said, "Thanks for all the love, guys. The one part of this entire debacle that was hysterical was that she tried to deny that she was wearing my clothes when I confronted her until I pointed out the oil stain on the white shirt she was wearing, which my sister caused when she borrowed said shirt without asking. Plot twist, she and I are friendly now, and he's off being miserable somewhere else." No. Sorry. Okay, two interesting ones from close friends. Friend's neighbor looked into her house from the second floor and saw him fucking the nanny. They are currently in divorce proceedings, though he's still dating the nanny. I could never hire a nanny.
No, I can't hire a nanny after all these, like, or a cleaning lady.
Yeah, like, no. I could never hire a nanny and then walk into my house and see my husband. Like, that's straight out of, like, that's straight out of a movie. Like, no.
You can do it yourself.
The more interesting one is a friend was headed to Thanksgiving with her husband when she got a text from a woman saying, "Your husband has been fucking me and several other women." Then gave a list of the women. She was aghast, not sure what to do. Then the woman sent pics as evidence. The woman was pissed as he had promised her he would spend Thanksgiving with her instead of his wife, my friend. My friend divorced him.
But
like, people are so petty. The fact that she was pissed that her own, like, she wasn't getting him for Thanksgiving and his wife was.
Yeah.
And then
as a side woman, you have to be okay with the...
Like, what?
The
idiot saved her number as my little hoe heart.
He wanted to be caught.
He wanted to be caught. Like, ding ding in bed, my little hoe.
Yeah, like he wanted out.
Like he wanted out. Like he did not like you anymore, honey. Okay. Back about 3 years ago, my girlfriend, at the time, butt dialed me on accident. I didn't think anything of it at first and was about to hang up when I heard her say, "I hope Thaddeus doesn't find out about this." Alarms and whistles were going off in my head, thinking, "Oh God, this isn't going to be what I think it's going to be. Is it? No, this can't be it." I tried telling myself it wasn't what it seemed like. Then I heard, "Oh God, yes, that feels so good, Paul." All suspicions confirmed. The worst part is, this all happened while at work, leaving me completely helpless. Plus the fact that I had no idea who this guy was. The real kicker, we never even slept together and we've been dating for 4 months.
Ooh.
That's so
She doesn't
tough.
like you.
She does not like you. Like, you guys have never slept together and it's been 4 months. Not saying that's a bad thing. Like,
Oh yeah, she's like,
take your time. But the fact that you found out she was cheating on you with some other guy and they were sleeping together, yeah, that's a real hard one. That's a real hard one. I love how he wrote this as like a storybook.
yeah.
Like he was like
Dot dot dot.
dot dot dot. Is it? No, no, this can't be it. I tried
Oh
telling
god.
myself.
The real kicker.
The real kicker, we never even slept together. Um, I stayed the night with a girl I was casually dating. I woke up half awake around 5 a.m. with a dude standing over the bed who turned around and left. I heard him turn on his car and drive off. Found out she was playing the two of us at the same time. My early 20s were wild. I could not be confronted with that.
My life would flash before my eyes.
Like, I wake up and there, like, as a girl, like if I woke up beside my boyfriend and there was just a woman standing,
I
like,
holy fuck.
I think my like whole body would fly to the roof. That's how scared I would be. Like, I actually wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I'd actually like fly off the handles. And the fact that he just like he didn't do anything. Like, he like obviously if
Turned
like
around and left.
turned around and left, and obviously like I heard him turn on his car and drive off. Like, did you not get out of bed and go talk to this random man in your house? Like,
Yeah.
I just am just like curious. Okay. They both got very drunk, so the bartender had taken the keys. In her drunken stupor, she called me to pick them up. So like his like their significant other was cheating on them with somebody. Yeah, and then called. Oh yeah, okay. So it's obviously dude to girl, like, or something. The girl did it, but obviously, if you guys don't understand, like, she was cheated. They went to the bar together, so his or her girlfriend went and cheated on them. They went to the bar together, and when she was drunk, she called them and were like, "Hey, like, can you come pick me and so up from the bar?" Like, called her actual boyfriend. Do you know how much of an idiot you would have to be to do that?
Holy fuck.
Like, how much of an actual idiot you would have to be? Like, how drunk would you have to be to do that? After I gave birth to my first child, the guy I was dating, who wasn't her father, was present in the first year of her life. At one point, after he posted a picture on Facebook of him and my daughter, I got a message from some older 40s woman asking to adopt my baby so she and her boyfriend, aka my boyfriend, could raise her together, and thanked me for blessing her with a child for him to take back to her. She was completely serious. I could not be confronted with that.
No, like, what?
Like,
It's not even his kid.
like, it's not his kid. I'm so confused. It's not his kid. She's not even. What? Okay, let's read this again. After I gave birth to my first child, the guy I was dating, who wasn't her father, was present in the first year of her life. At one point, after he posted a picture on Facebook of him and my daughter, I got a message from some older 40s woman asking to adopt my baby so she and her boyfriend, aka my boyfriend, could raise her together, and thanked me for blessing her with a child for him to take back to her. She was completely serious. Like, did she think that this was like a surrogate?
Yeah.
Like, what did she think? Especially because this isn't his kid. And what? Like, the fact that she's like, thanks for blessing me. Wow. I could not be confronted with that. If I had a child that wasn't the guy's, like, if I was in this situation and had a kid, dating a guy, wasn't the father, and then all of a sudden I get a message and I'm like, hey, like, can I adopt your child so that
me and him can raise the baby?
me and him can raise the baby when he's not even the dad?
Okay.
And I don't even know who the hell you are? Okay, so that's it for that segment. The only other thing I have here is icks. I usually do like an ick segment. Is there like a big ick that you have?
Don't touch my hand.
Oh yeah, I forgot that
Don't
that was
hold
a
my
thing.
hand.
She hates when her hand gets held.
Well, because I'm always sweaty too. Oh, I thought you were trying to hold my hand.
I'm just like, and today we're doing
Well, like
this.
my hands are always sweaty. His are gonna be sweaty. You're squeezing my fingers weird. Just
No, like the actual like precipice and the idea of hand holding is just so weird
like it's
because
cute or
it's cute when
whatever.
you're like dating or like walking down the street or whatever, but like how do you go about holding someone's hand? Because it's always awkward because it's like
Like,
like it's like
and it's always like they're like,
they're trying to like they're trying to like
yeah,
intertwine
like, and
and
I'm
they
like, it's sweaty in there.
and it's like they always get it wrong the first time. Like I don't think I've dated one guy that like has went to hold my hand
Or like
and
when they go like this.
like are we like
What?
dabbing
What is this?
are we dabbing each other up like
Good one, girl. Good one.
like the actual precipice like I've never dated one guy that has done it right the first time and like every single time we go to hold hands they always like do it wrong. Like they think that their index finger should be on like
Or
the
they have
inside.
like two fingers in between one.
Or like when no, the worst is when you're not interested in getting your hand held and you just like have your hand up on the like for example in the car and
Mm-hmm.
you have your hand up on the dash, not the
Mm-hmm.
dash, what's that called? The
The
glove
middle
box, the
console.
console and they like reach over and like you don't actually reciprocate the hand holding, but they're
So
like
your hand's just there.
and they're just holding it like this.
Been there, done that.
And you're like sitting there for like what's like,
God knows how
God
long.
knows how long, and they never just like get the hint that like you don't want your hand held. Like they just
Like
sit
if you're
there.
not holding back, how does like do you not have any social cues?
Like, oh, that's so funny. Like I could not be confronted with that. Like I'm not interested in their like
Yeah, just like when they can't get social cues too.
yeah. Well, and like I don't understand the whole like I've said this before with my ex is like the running up the stairs on all fours.
What is that?
Okay, but you're not my boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like you're not a grown ass man. Like
Like maybe they're just trying to be a little goofy.
no, I don't care. That's just still icky.
Gotta let your inner child out.
So many people say the ping pong ball on the floor. Like I get it though. The thing with the ping pong ball on the floor is
What are you gonna do? Suck it up with your ass cheeks? Like you gotta go pick it up. Like and it just like like no, you gotta go grab it.
like you gotta go grab it. But here's the thing: is it's one thing if you like.
Yeah, if you're like shuffling
You're
around
like-
and you keep hitting it with your feet.
But like it's one thing if you just like
Go grab it.
go and grab it. But if you're like scuffling to go get it,
Or running.
or literally booking it, like you're booking it to go get this stupid ping pong ball.
Ball's back is gone, dude.
Yeah, like you're done. But yeah, that's the end.
Yeah!
This was fun. Um, I've been waiting forever to have you on too.
This one's so short. So weird.
Yeah, it
'Cause we
is weird
can
because like
yap.
we yap about everything. Like we talk for hours about the same thing over and over again. But I try not to repeat myself on here, so that also helps a little bit. But
We're going to see Ice Cube on Monday, guys.
yeah, we're going to see Ice Cube. If any of my fans are there,
Especially Gravel Lizard
Lord
Slayer
Slayer 69. I'd love to give you an autograph.
I would kiss the ground you walk on.
I would.
Actually.
I will get on my knees and pray for you. And like, all hail you, Gravel Lizard Slayer 69. But yeah, this was fun. I've been waiting forever to have her on because we don't live in the same city. That's why the setting is a little different because I'm home for a bit. Um, but yeah, this will be posted in a couple days. So tomorrow, actually. LOL. Recording this super late. But yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Jazzy. She's been Savannah. Peace the fuck out.